Hello, my amazing artists. Are you guys ready? Today, we are going to draw and paint one of my favorite book characters. Look who it is. That silly pigeon. We're going to read Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus by Mo Williams. And then we're going to draw and paint or color our pigeons. Let's get started. Hello, my amazing artists. Today we're going to be reading one of my favorite books, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. Words and Pictures by Mo Williams and published by Hyperion Books for children. The bus driver says, "Hello, I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while, so can you watch things for me until I get back? Thanks. Oh, and remember, don't let the pigeon drive the bus." And he walks away. Look who's watching him. I thought he'd never leave. Hey, can I drive the bus? Please? I'll be careful. I tell you what, I'll just steer. My cousin Herb drives a bus almost every day. It's a true story. Vroom, vroom, vroomy, vroom, vroom. Pigeon at the wheel. No? I never get to do anything. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's play Drive the Bus. I'll go first. Come on, just once around the block. I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? No fair. I bet your mom would let me. What's the big deal? It's just a bus. I have dreams, you know. Fine. Let me drive the bus. Oh, he's very angry. I'm back. You didn't let the pigeon drive the bus, did you? Great. Thanks a lot. Uh-oh. Bye. Poor pigeon. Hey. What's that? Oh, you know what he's dreaming about now. Look who's driving that truck. The end. To get started drawing our Mo Williams pigeon, you're going to need either a black crayon or a Sharpie. But when you look at Mo Williams' penguin, his drawings, they look kind of like he used a crayon. So I'm going to use a crayon. And then afterwards you can either color with crayons or watercolor. I'm going to use a mixture of both. So to start with our pigeon, we're going to start with his head, which is just this shape. What's this shape? A circle, good. And his eye is also a circle. Then look, his pupil, or the black part of his eye, is another circle. So we're going to draw another circle and color our circle in. Then we're going to draw his beak. I'm going to do a little bit of a line out from the side of his head and then just a rainbow back to his head. Then underneath, I'm going to start in the middle of that line and draw a half or a quarter circle back to his head. There's his beak. Okay, next we're going to draw his neck. So I'm going to draw 2 lines going down from the side of his neck, or from the bottom of his head. That's going to be his neck. And then I'm going to draw a line out from the back of his neck that makes kind of an L shape like this. See my L shape now? This is the back of his body. And then we're going to draw a smile from the other side, the other bottom of the other neckline to his back. That's his body. And then we're going to draw another smiley face for his wing and another line back for the top of his wing. Then we're going to draw his legs. So 2 lines down from his belly. And then we're going to make this upside down V, or kind of like the top of a pyramid or a teepee, and then another line in the middle because he has 3 toes. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last but not least, we're going to add this line. So he has a white line on his neck. So we're going to add 2 lines. 1, 2. And this part, if you want to keep it white, then you're not going to color it in. Then I'm going to color in my pigeon with just blue crayon. And I'm going to make short strokes next to each other. It might look like I'm scribbling, but I'm actually coloring pretty close together, so I fill in most of that white space. And then I'm going to go around the other way and color in close between the lines up around his head. Then I'm going to color the top part of his neck. But remember, I'm going to leave this space white, then I just color the rest of his body. Now when I color, I make short strokes, and do you see how I'm going back and forth right next to each other? I try to stay in the lines as much as possible, and I just move my hand as I'm coloring. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to make short strokes right next to each other, and I'm going to color a little bit more space. I'm just going to keep doing this until I've filled in the whole part of his body. That's how you color in. And you see all my lines went the same direction, but I kept them nice and short. And you can't even really see where, you know, I colored the first section and then the next section. Then I can color his beak yellow if I want. Now you can continue to color the background. You could draw a bus, you could draw a bus driver, or even a semi truck because he loved the semi truck at the end. I am just going to paint mine beautiful colors, watercolor colors. So remember, when I use watercolor, I have to wake up the colors I'm going to use. So I like to wake up all of the colors. I don't usually use black or brown, only for certain things. And I'm just going to add drips of water to all my watercolors so that they can wake up. And I'm going to say, hello aqua, hello green. And then once they're awake, I'm going to just have to paint with the juice. I don't have to dig into my watercolor paints because it's called watercolor. So I'm supposed to paint with the water or the juice. Okay, so I've woken everything up. I'm going to start with this pretty light orange. I'm going to lightly stir it, and then I'm going to paint with the juice of my orange. And then I like to kind of move in order, so I might go with a darker orange and blend the colors, because remember, when we're painting, we want to fill up all of the white space. That's what makes our paintings feel full. Then I might go into some magenta, and oh, look how beautiful that is. And then when colors are next to each other in our palette, that means they can kind of go together, so they can touch a little bit. So I'm going to touch my magenta, and And there's my pigeon. And I drew him like Mo Williams, but then I gave him a colorful background. You can make your pigeon however you want and color it however you want, either with crayons, markers, or watercolor, or whatever you have at home.